don't ever forget about that, despite what people who watch The Daily Show or post-2012 South Park want to bring up. And then let's also not forget about other unctuous Daily Show level political takes they started hurling at you, like a whole episode where they make a B story point of one big basic bitch boilerplate left-wing gag that's at the expense of the Tea Party, where they go and try to equate all Tea Party members are just ignorant, backwards talking idiots that are all just angry that they have small penises. And even before then, the fact that the multifarious problem when it came to illegals and illegal immigration and the left, and especially in Democrat-controlled states, using Mexican illegals as a glorified serf class for them, the aristocrats, all of that, all those problems and all the actual information and the facts about that illegal immigration problem was all reduced to one shitty catchphrase where they gaslight and belittle all guys who are anybody that is not celebrating illegals by screaming, "They took her gerbs." Yeah, reducing a problem that incriminates the Democratic Party to a shitty little catchphrase. And yeah, you can hurl that aging hippie liberal douche character, quote unquote character, who never appeared again. I'd like to remind you, one lazy as all, equally lazy, equally condescending, equally ill-informed plot point of aging hippie liberal douche who never appeared on the show again, while they took her gerbs thing and those people wound up getting beaten into your brain box repeatedly any which way they can ever fucking sent an episode. And of course, let's not forget about one of the two scenes in an episode where aging hippie liberal douche appears is built into a basic bitch middle finger to the O'Reilly factor, probably because they were angry, much like all the people in late night, that the O'Reilly factor had better ratings than they do. I mean, South Park, for all of them being so above it all and so ironically detached from everything and they make fun of everybody equally, didn't mind taking a whole episode mocking the fuck out of Honey Boo Boo, and which in the commentary they admitted themselves was all built around they didn't like that Honey Boo Boo was beating them in the ratings. Because really that's what all it is if you fuck with your money and you fuck with your plans, then suddenly watch those ironically detached assholes get really personally passionate about things. And let's also not forget about after that. They might as well have just been reading off the same teleprompter as John Oliver when it came to the way that they treated the Confederate flag when everybody started screaming and moaning about the Confederate flag around the same time of them bitching and moaning about the Washington Redskins. And guess what? Look, they took our gerbs, people. Now suddenly we're all now being treated as one-dimensional louts who all just don't want their Confederate flags taken away. No different from Obama talking down to people in the South clinging to their guns and religion. Not that they ever criticized him in any real direct way, because, well, guess what? If you want the biggest example of how the whole South Park mocks everybody equally and they should be treated with respect, or we shouldn't be so offended when they go and, bash Trump. Yeah. 5 consecutive years of repetitive, aggressively unfunny Trump bashing they hurled with Mr. Garrison as their avatar. That was just fucking dandy. Where is the equal amount of Obama ridicule? Oh yeah, absolutely, positively fucking nowhere. Where was there even a mentioning, a whisper, an even visual reference to Biden or Kamala Harris during the agonizing years of all of us having to take out third mortgages in order to buy our goddamn groceries under Obama, under the shadow government third term for Obama that was good old Joe Biden. Basically, no wonder during those years, if you looked at Joe Biden on his ass, it was labeled property of Andre Toulon. Andre Toulon being the stage name of good old Barack, using him no different from a Charles Band B-movie production about evil killer puppets. And also during the whole pandemic special they did, let's not forget about them using that special that was all supposed to be about the pandemic and completely ignored people that were Democrats, of course, conveniently, that abused their power and completely lived on a rules for thee but not for me policy when it came to not just Gavin Newsom in Trey Parker and Matt Stone's residents of California. Yeah, they've been Californians for about 30-something years, despite continuing to pretend to be guys who grew up in Colorado. They didn't grow up rich or whatever. fuck you both. Yeah, take a good long look at them, never even mentioning Gavin Newsom by name, and all of the other Democrat-ruled states out there to whom were actively arresting people who put actually peaceful protests against COVID lockdowns, saying that they were health hazards, from the same people who were then actively celebrating Black Lives Matter, destroying property and killing people in the streets because white supremacy was a health hazard, as some dipshits in the press actually said. Did they ever acknowledge that? No.